Hello guys, once again I welcome you all to the our channel. Hello guys, once again I welcome you all to the channel and today is the lecture number 3 of relations and functions. And today, as we all know, we have completed our topic relations. We have already completed in our rest two videos. So if you not watch it till now, go and watch it. And today we are going to complete functions, type of functions. Okay, so without wasting any much more time, let's get started. Before moving on to functions and type of functions, I want you all to do some questions. Like you guys have to determine that how many of these four questions are functions. Remember the rules. And once again say, remember the rules. What are the rules? Codomain should not be left empty. Codomain should not be left empty. And what was the second one? The second one was that codomain should not be multiply mapped with domain. Okay, so this is the codomain, right? This is the codomain, this was the domain. So codomain shouldn't be multiply mapped to domain. Okay, so keep in mind these two rules and tell me that how many of these are functions. Okay, so now so that if you have done the questions, let's take the answers. Okay, so first one is clearly a function because all the codomains are uh, mapped. All the codomains are mapped, and none of them are multiply mapped. Okay, so this is clearly a function. Second one, is codomain empty? No. So first rule is false. Second rule, is any codomain multiply mapped? Is any codomain multiply mapped? What do you mean by multiply mapping of a codomain? Means it can, we can see it like this. Two domain can be mapped with a single codomain, but not vice versa. Means this is okay, but this is not okay. This is not okay. This is strictly prohibited, and this is okay. You got the thing, I think, right? So this is okay. This is also okay. Codomain is empty. No, and here you guys can see that this part of codomain is not mapped to anyone. But it's fine. It's fine because the rule says that, okay, not the codomain, sorry, domain. Rule says that domain shouldn't be empty. Domain shouldn't be empty. Codomain can be empty. Can be empty. There are various points on y-axis which are not mapped and function. Okay, so this is also a function. Now here comes. What about this one? What about this one? Is it fine? Is it fine? No, this is absolutely wrong because you guys can see that a domain is multiply mapped with codomains. Okay, see again here. This thing is allowed. This thing is allowed, but this thing is not allowed. So this is not a function. Okay. Now let's get started with our types of functions. What are one-one functions? Okay. What are one-one functions? One-one functions, like as we saw in the example, the first one, very first one is a one-one example of a one-one function because every element of a domain is mapped with different element of codomain. Okay. So in short, you can memorize this diagram that one is only mapped with another one. And also if there's something left in the codomain, then also it will be a one-one function only. Okay. So what I said, each element of codomain should be mapped with different element of domain. So this is one function. And also in questions, they don't generally write one functions. What they will write? Guys will write injective function. One functions are also known as injective functions. Okay, so don't get confused. One functions are also known as injective functions. Moving on to the next, many one functions. From the name only, you guys can tell what does it mean. Let's take an example. Okay, many one function. This connected to this. This is also connected to this. This connected to this. This connected to this. No, it can be like codomain can be empty. Okay, so don't care about this element. It's fine. So multiple mapping case. Got it? Now, we have seen the two cases of mapping. Here, each element is mapped only once. Okay, each element is mapped can be twice or thrice. It can also be like this. Okay, it can also be like this. Okay, it can be multiply mapped. Now, what about lefting elements of the codomain? Yes, lefting elements of the codomain. That can also be a case. So, if I tell you, if I tell you that all the functions in which codomain is equal to range, codomain is equals to all such functions are known as onto functions. What are they known as? Onto functions. And there's another name for onto functions. We call it surjective, surjective function. Next, we came into functions. So what is left? What is left? That codomain. What all the cases are left? That codomain should not be equals to range. Codomain will not be equals to range. Such functions will be known as into functions. Okay. For example, all the functions like this is mapped to this, this mapped to this, this mapped to this, this mapped to this, this mapped to this, and this is mapped to again to this. So what is left? What is left? This element, this element, this element is left. Okay, so this is an example of a into functions. Okay, so this is an example of into functions. Let's get to our example sides. Okay, so from all these examples, tell me. Okay, so this is not a function. So into many one, which is all the things do not apply to this. Relations do not apply to relations. So first one is a one function, and what it is? Is it onto or into? What it is? It is that onto one function. And such functions, okay, this is we can say the star of the function world. And such functions are known as surjective functions. Sorry, not surjective function. Okay, onto means surjective, one means injective. In the function which is surjective and injective, both are known as bijective functions. What are they known as? Bijective functions. Okay, so what about the next one? Is it one onto many one? What it is? It is many one. It is a many one function, and a, is there any codomain left? No, there's no codomain left. So it is a onto function. But is it a bijective function? No, is it not a bijective function? So it is many one onto. What is this? What is this? There's a left element. There's a codomain left. So it is a into function. It is a into function. And we can see multiple mapping. We can see multiple mapping. So it is a many one into function. So this is the types of function video. Hope you guys like. We'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye and keep learning.